it's not a primary issue, but if you get another issue that they are concerned about, well then that adds to the coalition that you're going to build in order to.
Yeah, it's like people that are against rapes, the rape gangs, people that are working illegally, jobs that are being taken by foreigners. There's a lot of like kind of knock-on effects of allowing a bunch of migration like they have done. And I think that the real way that you bring people over to your side is you explain those second-order effects.
Now in this country, you only need about 36% of the public to vote for you, and you've got a government that has the entire parliament who can control enough seats to control parliament and form a government. So you can do as you please. So that is bloody close. But then you've also got the 19% who somewhat support this.
Sure.
And so if the options on the table, if you can boil down the argument, the public debate, to are we going to have more immigrants or not, 45% of people are going to come down on the not side. Like that's pretty staggering. And the thing is, you're only going to get one party brave enough to do this, right? Reform will never sign up to this. The Conservatives will never sign up to this. Labour and the Lib Dems and the Greens and Jeremy Corbyn's, Jez Bolton, they're all on the other side of this. Now, on the other side of this, you have 40% stronger this, which is the same.
And this is the one thing that I think a lot of British people need to contend with. They need to come to the realization that a tremendous amount of the people in their country want mass immigration and mass migration to continue. They think that it is the morally right thing to do because they've been guilted into it through propaganda, through messaging, through some other type of like issue. There is a huge amount of people that support this. They're traitors. Well, you can call them whatever you want. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of, I think, British people, and this is true in America too, that there's like a imaginary consensus on the other side that, oh, nobody actually wants this. That's not true. And as soon as you can address the people that actually do want it and see it for what it is, then you can fight against it in a way that's effective.
And 18% were somewhat opposed, which is about the same.
That's
so
my point.
you do have a number on that side. However, what you have is that number split into a plurality of parties. Yes. Again, you'll have Labour, Conservative, Reform, Greens, Jez Bolton, and whatever else, sucking up those votes. So if the right wing can get a single solid
I'm
party,
British, I think you're far from right on that. I mean, this is just a poll, right? I mean, like maybe I can only read the poll and see what it says. And also, like, I see there's a lot of counter protests for migration protests as well, right? I mean, there are a lot of counter protesters that are out there. I don't know how you can't see that.
that's a little just rock solid on the get rid of migrants. Well, that gives them one place to go. But those staggering 45% of people are like, no more migrants, and the ones that they can flee. Then, when you water this down, like the neutral net migration, what is one out? 10% stronger in favour. 30% somewhat in favour.
Yeah.
But it's much more tepid, much less interesting. And then, migration.
This is one of the things that I think is a very important part, is that the most extreme viewpoint has a massive amount of people that are on both sides of it. That is like a very heightened level of polarization.
Levels remaining as they are, only 22% of people are in favour of that. Almost everyone else is like 4. Absolutely not.
That's the population. Yeah.
No, the 23%, we've got 64% of people who are just like, no, absolutely not. 2/3 people said no, can't go on as we are. And then the idea of an increase in the number of migrants, you've got 77%, 76% of people who are just, 3/4 of people not in favour of this. So you can see how the public find this and what their opinion is. They are not in favour. In fact, a really large percentage is completely okay with it. And even those who somewhat oppose it, how much, somewhat opposed, what does that mean? Are they going to do anything? It's only the sort of 26%.
They'll generally probably, I think those people will probably come over to the, I think that in
because there is a strong misapprehension on the nature of immigration into the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, when people are asked, they think that migration into Britain is about 70,000 a year. One of the main problems is the public's perception of immigration on the ground does not line up with what they believe immigration actually to be. And this is something that we need to do a much better job of educating on. This is from 2022. Public perception of immigration levels is wildly out of kilter with reality. When asked how many migrants entered the UK last year, this was in 2022, I believe this was published, the average estimate was only 70,000, almost 10 times less than the actual level of net migration.
Well, that's because they're intentionally trying to mislead the people that are voting. There is a deliberate disinformation campaign in order for people to think that this problem isn't as big as it is. The same thing is happening in the United States with illegal immigration. Yeah, the exact same thing's happening. So, and you can see also, like, in terms of, like, perceptions, etc., it's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they're lying. They're lying to people to make them think that it's not a big deal until it's too late.
17 times lower
gaslighting
than the
people?
gross migration of 1.2 million. That's the same. That hasn't changed. Last year, up until the middle of 2024, people still, it was still 700,000 plus net that were allowed in. 1.12 million or something
shit.
that were allowed in total.
Jesus.
And so if people only think it's 70,000, then they are massively outside of the loop on what is actually happening to their country.
I don't get why so many governments are acting against the interests of their own people. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. I think that this is mainly a problem in Western countries, and I think the reason why is because of race politics. The only countries that really have these problems are white countries.
And the thing is, again, other surveys, this is a
If you
survey
look at
from
it, it's the same
last
thing.
month.
Everyone.
To the best of your knowledge, which type of immigration accounts for the largest number of people
Social
coming to
media,
the here?
yeah.
And a quarter of people think it's refugees and asylum seekers on small boats. That's not true. I mean, don't get me wrong, like 50,000
No,
more.
everywhere. I don't know. I don't think China has these problems. I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of the Middle East doesn't have these problems. They just don't even let anybody in. I'm pretty sure a lot of places in South America, we don't have these problems, but I'm not really too sure about that. Japan does. Well, I think that Japan is beginning to have this problem, but not really. I don't think that they really, in a genuine way, do. India, I don't know if India does or not. But I think that there is a unique guilt culture that's taught in at least a lot of the Western countries, especially to white people. And I think that that's the reason why this messaging is so much more effective here than it is in other countries. You don't have that problem in South America? Yeah, I'm just not sure.
How many come each year? That's way too many. There's something like 180,000 of them in the country. That's way too many, obviously. But that's over the course of about 7 years. Like, that's actually a tiny drop in the bucket. That's actually a really small number. The next one, refugees and asylum seekers in general. No, not at all. Economic migrants, that's a huge percentage. International students, that's a huge percentage. Family migrants, that's a huge percentage. Each of these is more than all of the small boats and asylum seekers that have arrived in the last decade in themselves.
Yeah, sure.
That's the overwhelming majority. And yet the British public just have no idea. And that's each year. Each year, about 250,000 economic migrants, about 250,000 international students, about 300,000 dependents we allow into this country each year. Way more than boat migrants. But because the boat migrants dominate the headlines, because there is an intrinsic injustice in allowing these people in.
It's the spectacle of it. I think that's the reason why. Watching the boat migrants is the most interesting thing to watch, so that's the main thing that they're going to be talking about, obviously.
And putting them up in hotels.
Yeah, it's common
This
sense.
dominates the public's perception of reality. So they are literally so far out of whack that they have no idea what is going on in this country. Anyway, go.
You guys hear me? How we doing? I just got up a little while ago. Another fucking day, you know how it is. And roaches assemble, something like that. Dicton playing Dark Souls 2. I saw that actually. I watched a little bit of it. He had that axe. I saw that real well. And yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago, and you know, I couldn't go back to sleep. I said fuck it. And somehow it's actually crazy. I still manage to be late. It's incredible. Like, I'm actually impressed by myself that I can delete time that way. I feel like I'm fucking like Galactus or something. Who can do that? Like the Flash? I have no idea. I took a shower. I thought about it, and then I just kept laying in bed. That was about it. So yeah, nope, absolutely not. And there is no late. What's your HP level today? I'd say about 50%. I think we're doing pretty well today. I'd say maybe even 70. So yeah, we're okay. You said you've never been late. Well, I haven't been. Okay, so I'm not. The thing is that yes and no, right? Like I'm late in my mind, but it doesn't. I don't really have a schedule, right? Like I just stream whenever I want. But generally, I go live between 12 and 1. Which went from 12 and 1 to 12:15 and 1, which is now it's 12:30 and 1, then 12:45 and 1, and now it's like hopefully I'm live by 1, right? Like that's pretty much what's happened, okay? So yeah, that's where we're at. Asmon arrives precisely what he means to. The funny thing is that I don't, and so yeah, that's it. I'm something all but binging Titan Quest 2. I played. What did I play yesterday? I played a little bit of Wuthering Waves. I killed the new cocksucker. I killed the new one. He's dead. Oh my god. I killed him twice even. Fuck that boss. Wow. So yeah, hope you're doing well. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Battlefield 6 today? Maybe. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And yeah, I beat his ass and proved it. I mean, I got the fucking frostbite thing. I killed the guy. It's really not that hard, okay? Like it's just, you just hit him in the head a few times. He falls down. Then you do the thing, and then you do it again. Like it's fucking easy. And so anyway, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, guys. And as your dad, he's all right. I talked to him a little bit earlier today. He's chilling, and you know that's about it. Tomorrow I'm going to get a new type of protein powder for him because apparently the doctor said he needs to get more of that to maintain certain different levels of stuff. I mean, I'm not really a doctor. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's it. When I got him a what do you call it? A fucking a blender the other day, so we can make smoothies too. I just beat the entire Uber bosses of PoE just in time. Yeah, I've never beaten all the Uber bosses. I think I've beaten like one, and that was it. The reason why is that I am like anytime that there's like a limited amount of attempts on something, I always fuck up. Like I don't know really why, but like for whatever reason, like I get that anxiety in me. And like there's like this tension level where it's like, oh fuck, I can't make a mistake. Whenever I think I can't make a mistake, that's when I make mistakes. Whenever I can't fuck up, yeah, I lose all experience, quick game. Yes, exactly. At least you don't lose experience anymore. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's great that they changed that. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, limited attempts is cringe as fuck. Well, I mean, I don't know. PoE is its own thing, right? And it exists. You know, there's a lot of different things in the game, right? So I don't know. It's called the anti-clutch. Yeah, it is. I have the anti-clutch. Like anytime that I need to focus, I'm not focused. Anytime I need to pay attention, I don't pay attention. Anytime I need to lock in, I tune out. It's not good, man. And so yeah, I try so but yeah, that's just the way it is. I am anytime that there's any pressure on me, I play like garbage. And when there's no pressure, I can play pretty well sometimes, right? At least every once in a while. So yeah, the Sam Hyde Nick Fuentes crossover was wild. I saw that on Twitter. I didn't see anything about it, like look at it or anything, but I bet it was. I certainly do. And yeah, Battlefield 6 kicking my butt, and I like it. I think that I've gotten a lot better at Battlefield. I do. I think that especially like once I get locked in, and it's like playing on that fucking urban map. I hate that fucking urban map. That's my big weakness. I hate those. Like if I have to, the thing is like if I can find somebody out in the distance, I can like plan out a strategy. But if it's like he pops out, I pop out, I'm dead because bro, I'm disconnected. Like I'm so absent-minded all the time. I immediately get killed by everything, bro. Like that's it. And so yeah, you've improved a lot. Yeah, I mean I think I've gotten a little bit better, right? Yeah, and doing really good. Battlefield 6, I think I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. You know, it's okay. And so keyboard and mouse or controller, always keyboard and mouse. I use keyboard and mouse for literally everything except for Metroidvania games, which I play with controller. Why is that? Well, it's because I played Metroid and Castlevania on a controller, so I'm used to it. But other than that, I feel like keyboard and mouse is like I beat Sekiro with keyboard and mouse. I beat Wukong with keyboard and mouse. I beat Dark Souls DLC. I mean, to be fair, with my build, I could have beaten the Dark Souls DLC with the fucking garage door opener. But otherwise, yeah, every single game I've always console or from playing on the computer. Like, I could be doing that for like 100 fucking hours, and it'll just be nothing. But like doing it with a controller, and I guess it's probably a matter of practice, right? Because like I don't remember feeling this
Yep.
when I was younger, right? So like the odds are like, okay, well now that you haven't done this in a long time, well it's a lot harder to do. But in a general sense, that's how I've always necessarily, you know, what's going to happen is because you're used to that. Yeah, exactly, right. I think it could definitely be that. Anytime I have to do something, I'm too exhausted. When I'm actually doing nothing, all of a sudden everything gets done. Yeah, that's the same for me, except for the second part. That's not the same. And yeah, I just don't do shit, man, and that's it. And take out that for thumb out. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I don't want to take any kind of drugs or whatever. I mean, I think that my hands are fine. Like using a joystick for like, you know, 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day. I don't really think that's what God intended. So I don't think it's really that big of a deal if you don't know how to do it. But yeah, sure. And Godzilla's deal just dropped for the for Whistling Diesel. I didn't even, that's some other
Yep.
drama. I don't even know anything about that. I didn't even look into it. So I have no idea what's going on with that at all. Classic ADHD syndrome. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that streaming, this is something that like, you know, people might not really talk about a whole lot. But I think streaming induces ADHD. Like, if you have, like, and not with everybody, obviously, but, like, there's people that are, like, kind of on that edge. I absolutely think that streaming is, like, a huge conduit for ADHD. And, yeah, because, like, you're reading so many things, you're having a conversation in your mind, you're oftentimes doing something on camera, you're thinking about what you're going to do. There's so many things that you need to be thinking about all at the same time, and you need to constantly, like, fucking reset that whenever you're reading messages from chat or something like that. When that happens, oh my god, it is exhausting. So yeah, that's it. Does your busted finger hurt? This one right here? So no, and that's why it's busted. So basically, I've said this 20 times, I don't want to go through the whole thing, but basically, this finger, I fucked it up. Basically, well, here's what happened. I was playing football, and I caught the football the wrong way, and it bit my finger wrong. And so what ended up happening is that I went and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of bad, right? It really, really hurt. And I finally talked to a doctor about it, and I was like, did I break the bone? They said, no, you didn't break the bone. You ruptured the tendon. And what happened is that, how many of you guys, whenever you're using the mouse, like you're doing this a lot, eventually your hand starts to hurt, right? Because for me, at least, every time that I do something like that, my hand will always start hurting whenever I do that. After doing it for a very, very long period of time.
What?
And so, like, I'm talking like 8 hours, right? Ever since this happened to my finger, I have never experienced any hand pain at all.
Okay, what?
Ever since then. Period. And so, yeah, that's what's really, I think that's a huge fucking difference, right? And Battlefield 6 broke your hand. Yeah, so I never got it fixed because I was like, well, listen, like, this is working really well for me. I'm doing great. Why the fuck would I want to change this at all? I suspect a lot of content creators have ADHD or they don't find a place in normal mode for regular life. Well, I think that you also have a bit of a selection bias too, because people that are content creators oftentimes didn't have a job or something else going on in their real life. So like they generally they're making videos on YouTube or whatever because nobody's gonna fucking hire them, basically, right? And so true, yeah, I'm just being honest, right? It's the same, I mean, like kind of for me, not entirely, but kind of. And so you're gonna have people that are a little bit dysfunctional that make content, and that's a general case, right? Not always, but in general. But yeah, add those things to a scam, vitamins, now tendons. Yeah, I don't even think about that at all. And Freddie Mercury refused to have his teeth fixed because it could change his vocal range. Yeah, I mean, I certainly know that whenever I didn't have any teeth, this is going to sound crazy, but I wasn't able to say photosynthesis.
Huh.
Like, I could not say that word.
And I remember I would practice saying it on my own, and I was like, I don't have
So-
the teeth to be able to say this word without it
I
turning
can't hear
into-
myself?
Like, it was so fucking embarrassing. And so anyway, do you say it a lot now? I don't really need to, but if I want to, I can. And so that's
the difference.
Boom.
You never worked 9 to
Took that
5.
off.
So I had a job at the IRS for 2 years, on and off. But then I worked at Sam's Club for like a week.
Wait, but if I did the-
Other than that, no. I never wanted a job.
What?
I never wanted to work. I just wanted to play video games all day and collect welfare.
Say.
That was my goal in life. I think that things have
What?
gone pretty well so far. So same goes with Derek. He was only here, and you won't be able to play video games again. Yes, clearly. And anyway, see you next year, my parasocial buddy. Sure. And what does on and off mean? Well, I'm just saying. what it means is that I worked through the tax season, and then they would give it to me until the next tax season, basically, right? It's like, you know how you only have like a fucking Christmas.
Only if I can hear myself.
Christmas? Well, I was the Christmas tree in April.
Probably not.
Right? That's it. Why don't you get all your teeth removed and get a grill? Why don't I get all of my teeth removed and get a grill? What a great idea. Amazing. Yes. Incredible. Wow, I think I should do that. That's smart. I never thought of that. Yeah, holy shit.
I don't get it.
That's brilliant. I know people keep their Christmas tree up the whole year. You know, my mom and dad did it for like 3 years or something. And like, we've had it happen multiple times.
What
So,
the
I know people like that too. People is me. I'm people. And so, yes, for sure. What is this here? I'll look at a few more of these posts here and try to go through everything, obviously. And so, children play this game. These people know no bounds. I suppose many kids wouldn't know what this is even about, but still, your gender is valid. I think that, again, if you're making this is
Okay. Now I can hear myself.
This is a game for children.
Kind of.
This is a game that children don't even know how to
Can I hear myself?
There are, because they don't.
Can I hear myself?
Number 7 or something. They might not even understand it entirely. It's grooming. Yes, it's grooming. I think that it's very obvious. That
What about now?
This is what I think happens: is that there are people that have like gender dysphoria or some type of like issue with like how they see themselves or how they see themselves in society, and what they end up doing is they want to change the entire world in order to make that world fit around them.
All right.
Rather than trying to
Let's
change
try
the
this.
world, they want the world to fit around them. And I think what happens also is that they see kids that are confused about the way that they feel, and they automatically assume that kid's confused because that kid's the same as me, the same as I used to be. And so I think that they view this as it's like they're trying to help out kids that, you know, might have the same gender problems that they do. In my opinion, I think that if you're trying to tell a kid what gender they are, and it's not like their biological gender, and they're not even like fucking 15 or 16, you're basically grooming them like you are. And it's not that there aren't kids that know and people that don't know they're trans whenever they're kids, but I think that there's a lot of people that are like in that gray area where like they're a little bit gender confused, and somebody who, you know, has like, it's like trying to push them in that direction could do that. They could push them in that direction if they chose to do that. So yeah, it's to keep kids, they're trying to keep kids from offing themselves. Well, I don't really think that works, right? I mean, as far as I know, like transgenders have like a huge high rate of suicide, like a massively high rate of suicide. So like if transitioning is what's going to cause you to not kill yourself, it sure seems like that's not the case, right? And I wonder why. Well, I mean, there's probably 10 different reasons why.
non-traditional relationship. Non-traditional. Really? Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Maybe it's a little bit non-traditional to have your high school teacher start dating you when you're 15. I mean, usually I would call that bad, but, you know, non-traditional, that's very politically correct of you, absolutely. And something tells me these days they can tell when it's not theirs. This is like second level racism. I love this. Good job, man. And okay, yeah, I hate the French now. I think this is funny. I do. I think it's hilarious that the country has so much cheating that figuring out how much of it there actually is would destroy the country. I think that's hilarious. I'm sorry to say. It's really fucking funny. Oh, we now. Yeah, there we go. She's a man. Oh, Bridget Macron or whatever. I don't think she's a man. I think there's plenty of chicks that look like dudes, and there's plenty of dudes that look like chicks. I don't think that every time a woman looks slightly masculine or has a certain type of jawline, that does not necessarily... It's proven, though. It's proven, though. What's your proof? A YouTube video with 900 views that has, like, Bridget Macron, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and then she's got big muscles, and then there's, like, a triangle with the Illuminati, and there's a lizard in the corner. Like, is this your fucking evidence here? Yeah, I don't want to hear this shit at all. Candace Owens research. Well, didn't Bridget Macron sue her? I thought that she did. And let me see if I can find this. Candace Owens. Macron. Yeah, there. Let me see. Yeah, I thought she got sued, right? France offered to pay Candace Owens a one-time payment of $4 million if she stopped reporting on Bridget Macron. Well, that didn't happen. What kind of 40-year-old dates a 14-year-old? There's a lot of them. Yep, it happens a lot. And let's see here, it's a big problem. And that's why you've got laws, except for apparently not in France. And just pour gasoline, so you were born a man and you'll die a man. I'll see you in... Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Candace Owens is standing on business with this.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
It's going to court?
So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick. However you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine.
Oh my God.
For whatever reason to phone, by the way. Like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it. Right, that is what Discovery is for. Ask a lot of questions.
Oh my God.
We're probably hoping, this will go away. And at least we'll say we sued her.
Bridget's a man? She's actually a man.
Went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world.
I don't even know why. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with anything. So what if it... Like, I mean, the problem is the age gap, right? I mean, the problem is it was his high school teacher. Like, if it was your high school teacher, it was a guy or a girl, I feel like it's still bad. But, like, it's so dumb. Yeah, is she hung up on that? I guess so, right? But...
Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, I will see you
on the entire world. The entire world deserves to know if you are a man or not. Oh my God. Candace Owens, wait.
Brigitte Macron, Emmanuel Macron, President of France's wife, was accused first by French journalists and then by my friend Candace Owens, who's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, she's
very
incredible.
smart.
She's incredible.
And everyone's always, Candace Owens a hater. Candace Owens is the opposite of a hater, but she's a very kind person. But she comes out and she's like, I will wager my professional credibility on the claim that Macron's wife is actually a man. And I was like,
shit! The reporters won the case? Well, yeah, but they could have won it because media generally has more rights and more ability to say things and do things that they really shouldn't be able to say and do. I don't think
I love you, but I think this is too crazy.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then it turns out she's right.
Wait, how do you know this?
So can you just explain? My mind is blown.
Wait, what? Wait, no, now.
Even stranger. They say, look, I again am the messenger here. What I was told from somebody that's pretty high up at the White House is that Emmanuel Macron is holding up negotiations to end the Russian and Ukrainian war. Unless you stop speaking about his wife.
No. But if it was true, it would be very funny. There's no way. But the thing is, though, that's so retarded, I almost do believe it.
Going, what? What are you
that's
saying?
A lot.
What are we even speaking about?
Trump
what do you
her.
mean negotiations between Russia and Ukraine? I'm just like, looking into a story at my house. Got a very small team here, and you're telling me that somehow negotiations are being held up and that needs to be communicated to me. They got to stop talking.
Yeah, they have to stop talking about Ukraine because of this. I don't know if I believe this. So anyway, this is the evidence here. Oh my God. Wow. This is I'm gonna be honest, guys. Wait, no, this is from last year. She's been on about this for a year?
Everybody should be aware this is happening. What is happening in France is definitively the craziest.
This is retarded? Come on, I know!
Scandal in human history. With the exception of political assassination, there's nothing bigger, and I can't believe I'm just hearing about it. And it took me a long time to unpack it because I had to basically download information and then transfer it over, translate it over from French to English. So this is wild. Emmanuel Macron is the current president.
She has an entire documentary about it?
Of France. For the last 4 years, longer than 4 years, I think he became president in 2017.
Wow.
Journalists keep saying that they can't find a single trace of his wife, Brigitte Macron, before the age of 30. Despite the fact that Brigitte Macron has 3 children, not with Emmanuel Macron. If you remember, they're a very weird couple off the bat. She is at least 26 years older than him. Their love story is borderline pedophilic, depending on who you're listening to. He was 14, he was a drama student, and she was...
Yeah. Not so good.
His 26-year-older drama teacher, and they fell in love. So there's already that security.
Oh my God!
And then she
You've been living under a rock.
Husband and 3 kids.
This is I didn't even know this. Like, I'm dumb. Like, why? Because I didn't know that. Like, this is a thing. I mean, I didn't know it went this deep. Why would I? Like, I'm sorry, but like, this is funny for me. But don't go and act like I'm dumb for not knowing this. I don't give a shit about this at all. It's just entertainment. I'm sorry, it's entertaining. It's fucking funny.
Well, even stranger is the fact that a group of journalists teamed up with genealogists to look into this matter, and they produced documents, and they are alleged that Emmanuel Macron's wife, Brigitte Macron, the first 30 years of her life, actually was Jean-Michel. And
this is a normal French relationship. Is that true?
Jean-Michel character off as her brother, but it's clearly.
It's actually her.
I'm going to link it. Watch today's episode. I'll show you the pictures.
Oh my God!
It's very clearly her. Okay, she transitioned at the age of 30 and then started living life as a woman, and they have been completely trying to bury this in the media. When I say it is so easy.
Oh my God!
You're a man. You lived as a man for 30 years. There's no pictures of you from your childhood. 30 years of living, you had 3 kids. It's very easy about this. All we would have to do is show pictures of the first baby growing.
Wow. She does not look like a man. I mean, I didn't know it was this big. I had no idea it was this big. Oh my fucking God. Well, I guess that's where we're at. No, I didn't mean it that way. I did not mean it that way, even though you could take it that way. That's not actually what I meant. Oh my god, what the hell is going on in France? Oh my god. So yeah, that's crazy. Let's put an end to debate, pull up a picture, and let's see if she has an Adam's apple. We're not going to do a transvestigation. I think that's so stupid. But the thing is that the problem is that if she actually is a man, everybody is going to be trans from now. Every woman that even looks slightly masculine is actually going to be a dude from now on. Yeah, it's trans. No, that's what they call it. They call, like, you've never heard of this term? Oh, I know this term. Of course I do. Yeah, it's a very popular term. Everybody uses it, of course. The age gap is the biggest problem, not a man. Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, it's just like that was like 50 years ago. Like it's done, right? It already happened. It's over. But anyway, what is this here? If I can find the rest of this. Wow, I did not know how deep that rabbit hole went. And honestly, I wish I didn't. So, those poor rapists, child molesters, and murderers, fucking despicable. Welcome to hell inside El Salvador's mega prison for U.S. deported migrants. That is a W. El Salvador citizens thank their government for this. It was hell before, and now the liberals wanting hell to descend back to the public again? Well, yeah, because they live in gated communities. They never have to deal with it. These people don't have to deal with the police ever because there's no crime where they live. So the entire idea of the police arresting people, it's like this evil oppression in their mind. But the truth is that it's necessary in order for other people to be able to live their lives. Yeah, bro, the guy in El Salvador, this guy they decided, basically, they were like, we don't want elections, we don't want term limits anymore. We just want you to be the president from now on. They're like, yeah, we like you, you're great, just stick around. Everything's fine. So yeah, they do now. Look at Catch's video. Well, I'm not sure. And based, yes, of course, until you die. Yes, maybe, right? Just be a dictator. Well, if people vote for you, in my opinion, I don't agree with term limits. I don't. Now, with the presidency, it's like, it's such a unique thing. It's hard really for me to say. I don't really have like a strong opinion about it. But like, I don't really agree with term limits in practice. Like, if somebody's doing a good job, I want them to keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing the good job. Yeah, keep going, right? For Congress, I don't. If people keep voting for you, then why can't people keep voting for you? What the hell? Like, I thought this was a democracy. I thought this was America. This back to monarchy? No, because you don't vote on the king. That's totally fucking different. Yes, of course not, but probably not forever. Well, if it not forever, then somebody comes in and takes your position. So yeah, we've had shit people in Congress for ages. Yeah, and you know what we replace them with? People that are even worse. We replace people that are complaining and starting drama with people like Jasmine Crockett. Oh my God. Do you really think that this is she really like better than Nancy Pelosi? I mean, like, I don't really think so. It's just this is just another flavor of Karen, okay? So, no, I don't think so. FDR served 4 terms? Yeah, I think so. But anyway, that's what I think. I'm not even a fan of term limits in general. I don't really care about it. I think it's silly. It's a silly like a misdirection of a problem. So yeah, anyway, let's see here. I lived in El Salvador for like 5 months. Everyone I talked to there loves the president and these prisons. Well, yeah, because everybody who doesn't is in jail. Which, I mean, yeah, true. It was so nice there, and even now American companies are opening more places there. Yes, exactly. They have a Chuck E. Cheese. So there is now a Chuck E. Cheese in El Salvador. Gentlemen, I think he should be president for life. Who would have guessed that putting all the people with face tattoos in jail that commit crimes and kill everybody actually makes the public safer? What a fucking shock. Nobody could have ever predicted this. Oh my God. They set now? Yeah, they're set, exactly. If anything, we need more term limits. Well, I gave my viewpoint on it, and this is another point of reference that I would use for my viewpoint. If people disagree, that's fine. That's just what I think about it. Anyway, don't forget human traffickers, violent gangs. Yes, exactly. And next time you're unable to find a doctor or engineer, just remember these people. Not one of them can do anything but fire a rifle. And, well, I don't even know what you mean by that, but okay. Honestly, prison is too good for them. I think it's fine if you have them working, man. There's an agreement where we pay to imprison people and send them there. Yeah, I think that's great. But anyway, yeah, this is the way I see it. I think this is great. I'm very happy about this, and I hope we send more people over there. Especially the bad boys, you know? You're not looking at the fact that this meant so many innocent people are in prison for life because of Bukele? Yeah, it's probably true. You're probably right. There's probably tons of people that got put in jail that shouldn't be in jail. And they're going to be in jail for the rest of their life, and then their life is ruined. That's true. You're right. But the thing is that it's a net positive, because you're removing a lot of people that would negatively impact other innocent people. So you're thinking about it in the idea of only the innocent people. But what I'm saying is that when you take a large action, there will be collateral damage. And I think that the collateral damage is not good. It's not good that there's collateral damage, but at the same time, it's expected. So yeah, left-leaning, by the way, it is. The needs of the many over the needs of the one. When you think about what's the best for society and you make a decision that's the best decision for the most people, that doesn't always mean enabling bad behavior. Yeah, it's utilitarian, exactly. Every single law that we have on the books has somebody in jail because they broke that law and they didn't actually commit the crime. That's the truth. Every single fucking one of them. And so what I'm saying with this is that whenever I see something like this happen, I'm like, okay, well, there we go. Like, yeah, there's less victims, right? Of course that happens. Yeah, shit happens. And I don't agree with that for the same reason I don't agree with capital punishment. Some people might deserve to die, but the fact that any innocents can be executed is a disqualifier for me. Not for me. I don't care. People get killed innocently all the time. Like, that's just the way it is. What are we supposed to do? Pay to keep somebody alive forever? Like, I'm not in favor of the death penalty either, and unless it's like for a big, like, for example, like if it's a politician, like somebody commits treason, I think that, you know, like, let's bring out the fireworks and we'll have a crucifixion, right? Everybody can have a good time. But in a general sense, like, you know, systematically, I'm not a big favor of the death penalty. I'm not. And, yeah, I'm pro-death. Oh, I understand. I'm pro-death morally, but not functional, right? Like, I think it's great that we kill those people. Like, yeah, W. But, like, it just, like, it costs a lot of money. It's expensive, right? And so, yeah, that USA is a bit expensive. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. Well, they get proven guilty multiple times, right? And it's because of the appeals they have to get out of death row. And it costs so much money to go through all those appeal processes. But anyway, let me get back to this that I was saying just for a second before I get too distracted by this. Is that, in general, bullets are fairly affordable. It's not the bullets that cost the money. It's the amount of time that they spend in court appealing the death penalty judgment. That's what costs the money. It's not bullets. That's not how it works. That's never how it worked. And so anyway, impalement is better than crucifixion. Well, you could do a little bit of both, right? I mean, that's it. Being pro-death penalty and also anti-abortion, the hypocrisy? Well, I don't know. It depends on who it is. But yeah, the people involved need to be paid. Yeah, and so anyway, serial killers, treason, and peddlers' death. Yeah, I think that sometimes killing people as like a as like an event, right? Like for like a circus act, kind of, but like for like, but actually. Oh, like, you know, we killed Saddam Hussein. Like, that was great, right? That's good. And so, like, it's fun. But the fact is that you can't do that with everybody, right? Squid Games, yeah, something like that, right? Coliseum gladiator fight, right? Yeah, sure. And so anyway, but innocent until proven guilty. My point, though, is that for you to say that you're against something because innocent people could be caught up in it, let me ask you something. Do you think that there are any innocent people in jail right now that are falsely convicted of murder? I think the answer to that is unequivocally yes, and everybody would acknowledge that to be true. It's undeniable that this is a reality. It's the same as all kinds of other things. And so, should we get rid of the law against murder because sometimes it makes bad decisions? Should we get rid of the legal system because sometimes there's bad outcomes? No, of course not. And absolutely, innocent people are going to be harmed and hurt no matter what. And the important thing that you should do is you just look at what is doing the net positive best benefit for the most people, and then you should move in that direction. And that's the way that you should look at things. That's how you should feel about things. Because when you try to save everybody, you end up hurting more people than if you took the acceptable losses and you made the right decision for the right people. And I think that that's, again, harmed in what way? Well, like, let's say, like, if there was no, well, what do you mean harmed in what way? If there's no law against murder, then somebody would just go around killing everybody, right? So, yeah, didn't the founding fathers say they'd rather see 10 innocent people go free or one innocent doesn't get punished? I don't really remember the quote. I've heard of something like that, and it was, like, from one person. It was, like, in American history, but I don't remember who it was and what the actual quote was. But either way, you know, I have no problem, you know, with that, but I disagree with it. I think that it's, again, that's idealism, and idealism gets people killed, and that's why I don't support it. I'm not an idealist. And that's it. 10 out of 1. Yeah, 10, and also 10 out of 1 is a really bad ratio. Like, if you're fucking up 1 out of 10 times, that's a 10% fuck up rate. That's crazy. Like, I'm talking about a fuck up rate of, like, I don't know, 1,000. 1 out of 1,000, something like that. 1 out of maybe a few hundred. Yeah, murderers go free who murder more innocent people. Exactly. So, yeah. And I think the quote was, give me potatoes, give me death. No, that was the Irish. That was different. Better be a realist, yes. And please apply this net positive logic to your gun policy. Sure. I think that it's better that people who are unable to defend themselves physically are able to defend themselves in their own home. And I think that, yes, obviously, you will have people that will kill each other with guns, but I would rather live in a world where you can defend yourself with gun than if you don't have any option to do that. So, yeah, it's a borderline gotcha. It was. No, I think that absolutely. And so, yeah, the gun policy has a net benefit. Yeah. And I think that, like, for me, I personally would rather have a higher risk society where I have the ability to defend myself. And that's the way that I feel. You might not feel that way. That's okay. But, you know, that's the reason why it's our Second Amendment. Not so utilitarian? Well, it is. That is utilitarian. Because what I'm saying is that having guns and people that are armed is a huge reason why you don't see even more crime. Like, look at what's happening in the UK. You have crime happening constantly over there. Like, I just watch it, and it's insane. And so, yeah, I think so for sure. And how many guns you got? Well, I don't really talk about any of that stuff for myself, right? But, yeah, no, absolutely not. And should duels be made legal again? If somebody... Okay, should you have duels? That's a great question. I love that question. Should you be able to have duels? I think so, yes, absolutely. And you're brain rotted? Everybody thinks that I'm crazy, but... yeah, that's it. And I'll read the comments. I usually haven't pulled a lot of people in chat recently. Might be a good idea to take some that you're going mad. I don't agree with them unless you do. Improve the process, not destroy innocent people's lives. Well, I don't understand. Like, I mean, every process is imperfect, right? Because it's being executed by people. And if you have people that are executing a process, then you're going to have mistakes made with that process. Being afraid of making a mistake, perfect is the enemy of good. Being afraid of making a mistake will only cause you to make more mistakes. That's all. So I'll read one more of these and then I'll move on. So does that make sense to you? Like, I don't understand, because, like, you know that, and I'm not even disagreeing with you. I think that we should always be improving the process. Like, how we now think about how many black people, like, I'm just going to say it, think about how many black people have been exonerated because of DNA testing. Thousands, as far as I know, probably tens of thousands have been exonerated. And I think that's a great example. It's a perfect example of exactly what you're saying. So I don't even disagree with what you're saying at all, but I just don't think this is necessarily an example of it. So yeah, he just said innocent till proven guilty, but still innocent. Yes, definitely, right? And ask Rock. Actually, that's a good question. Yes. How many black people have been exonerated from crimes? The introduction of DNA testing. This is the correct way of me asking this. Yeah, I'm actually really curious about this. Oh, I probably should say in the USA. That's okay. 600. The data. Okay, so. All right, well, there we go. And so about 70% of these DNA exonerees are people of color, with African Americans comprising the majority of 63%. So there we go. And so not 600, that's it? I thought it was way more. Yeah, I thought it was way more. I thought it would be, wow, I thought it would be way more than that. So either way, yeah, that's it. And anyway, people are wrongfully convicted all the time, are also wrongfully freed. Yeah, mistakes happen. And according to Race and Wrongful Convictions in the United States 2022, the National Registry of Exonerations has identified 3,200 defendants that were convicted of crimes, but exonerated based on new evidence of innocence based on since 1989. Yeah, but that's since 1989. That's not in the context of DNA testing. But I guess maybe that was probably at a certain other point of, like, you know, social change, you could say. So yeah, what do you think about Norway's rehabilitative prison program? I think that's great. And what is this here? And mate, you did this before you're banned. Take a step back and think about your outlook. I like you, but you're crazy. You call me crazy, but you're not saying I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything about. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that was crazy that I said at all. Like, there's nothing crazy at all. This is the most like sound-minded thing that you could say. Do you think they could do more to minimize wrongful convictions? I think that they already are, and I think that's happening on its own with the prevalence and the ubiquitous nature of cameras nowadays. Because like now it's very hard to like commit a crime and not be recorded in 4K by 7 different fucking Ring cameras. So like, and I realize this. It's easier to get caught. Well, like there's, I mean, downtown maybe. Well, I mean, it's more, right? Obviously, there's never going to be all of them, but there are a lot more. Ring cams changed the game. Yeah, I remember like whenever Mitch and fucking Miz got in that fight, and then I was like, oh, well, you know, is there any footage of it? I didn't think there was. And then it turns out there's like 3 different fucking angles of it. Oh my God, right? And so, yeah, and that's it. And so this would have never happened whenever I was growing up. In 1995, this would have never happened. But nowadays, it's just the way it is. So yeah, you're so utilitarian. I'm not sure if you're a misanthropist or a philanthropist. A little bit of both, right? Like to have a, you know, we, I have the, a little bit of, but that's the funny thing. And yeah, why can't it be both? And so, yeah, that's it. Justice has to be fair. Yeah, of course it is. And how would you like justice has to be fair? You would like your friends and family to be impacted by this because it's for the greater good? Of course not. Why would anybody want their friends and family to be impacted negatively by a wrongful application of the law? Why would anybody want their family members to be put in jail for a crime they didn't commit?
Silence,
what a
fool.
ridiculous thing to say. Of course not. But just because you're, like, for example, if you took the speed limit for everything down to 5 miles an hour, you would reduce the amount of fatalities and accidents by basically 100%, right? You would. Yes. But is it worth limiting everybody's freedom and changing everything because of it? No, it's not. So in life, we take on a number of risks in our everyday life. We take on a tremendous amount of risks. And in doing so, we have the freedom to take on those risks, but that freedom comes at a cost. And every single action that you take, something like what you're talking about, is calculated risk. Yes, exactly. And this is the same with having guns. It's the same with anything else. It's the same with serving in the military. It's the same as, smoking cigarettes, right? Like, I'll give you a great example. Like, my mom died because she smoked cigarettes. That was one of the main reasons why she died. And this was horrible. I watched it happen my whole life. There are points in my life where I wanted to make cigarettes illegal because of the way that they personally affected me. But just because something personally affected you doesn't mean that you should have a unique authority to talk about it and to dictate to everybody else how it should happen. It's still her choice. It was her choice. She wanted to do it. She did it. And that was it. And so, yeah, it's that simple. And Brown Tonks it all. Yeah, it was empathetic liberal. It's now a right-wing thing. Your takes are based almost 100% of the time. Yeah, I mean, that's just all there is. My empathy. Yes, I always try to be honest and fair. And I try to answer questions in the right way. And in very mature reasoning, yeah, I mean, there it is. There haven't been many accidents. There have been many accidents going 5 miles an hour. Did I say accidents? I said fatalities. Go back and learn to listen. Obviously, accidents happen very slowly whenever you're getting out of a parking lot and you hit another car. I never said that. And I wouldn't say that because it's not true. And it was just, what a stupid thing to say. Learn to listen. And anyway, so that's really what I'm saying. Do you see what Techno said about taking a break? I did not. I saw that he made a video that got recommended to me, but I didn't actually see it myself. I will at some point. But let's see here. What do you think about other arguably utilitarian takes that argues that tough immigration policies are slowing down the economy, international relations, and tourism? I think that they are, I think that if your international relationship with another country relies on you willingly taking in their illegal aliens, I don't think that it's worth maintaining a relationship with that country. I think that tourism is probably a very small amount of the economy, and ultimately if people don't want to go on tour, go to the United States for tourism because they're worried about getting arrested by ICE, that's probably a very small amount of people. It's not very large. And I think the third thing, what was it? Oh, the economy. I think it's better. Sometimes it's important to take a step back so you can take 2 or 3 steps forward. And I think that it's better to recalibrate the economy for a post-work environment, a post-human workforce. And doing so and keeping like the way that we have jobs now, keeping them on life support by having them being done by third worlders for like pennies on the dollar, I don't think this is a good decision in the long term for the economy. So like I see what you're saying, but there's also a utilitarian view, and also the economy's fake. That's also another important thing. The economy isn't real, and the GDP and the stock market is all fake. It's not real money. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Everybody can see that.
Yes.
China just made tourism visa free. I wish I could go to China. I don't know if I'd be able to after things that I've said about it. But yeah, who knows? Have you heard about protests across China saying down with the CCP? No, I haven't seen that at all. What is this here? Ice Gov. So this is, I filled out hundreds. Every time I poop, I often make them look as legit as possible. I hope it doesn't slow down the fascists. Well, if I were in the USA, I'd double check to make sure that my VPN is on. Imagine not even being imagine not even being American and crying so much over this that you make multiple fraud reports. I mean, I think that obviously, I mean, a person like this is an idiot. If you're filling them out on your phone, you're probably using a phone with a certain address. And if you're filling out a form, they can probably, as soon as they realize that everything from this one phone address is bullshit, they're just gonna not listen to them. You're literally like talking into the void probably at this point. It's a serial number? Yeah, there's a serial number attached to the phone, and it's just, what an idiot, right? The device ID, MAC address? Yeah, there's a MAC address basically. So yeah, what's your take on foreign influencers trying to see U.S. political opinions? I think that U.S. foreign foreign influences and like, for example, Israel. I think that I think people should be able to do it, and if you. I think if your country is so weak that you're afraid of people that are advocating for other countries that are going to come in and convince everybody that your country's bad, then I think you've got a problem, right? And there's also spoofing. Yeah, of course, right? But that's hard to do, especially on a phone. So yeah, every device's fingerprint way more than an address. Yeah, sure. And anyway, that's it. And tourism about 2.6 trillion, 9% of America's USA GDP, over 20 million jobs. But is that tourism from the world, or is that tourism cross-state? Like, I'm sure, like, I mean, is Disneyland being counted in that whenever most of the people that are going to Disneyland are from America? Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that it's probably, like, all tourism from everywhere, including other, like, inter-U.S. tourism. So, yeah, I don't really think that's a very good thing to look at. What's this here? Netflix can't stop Netflixing.
Yes.
What is this? First look at CDR-NOOB. What is... What? Is this real?
My spotted direct.
What's it called? Fucking One Piece. Is this real? Why would you do this? Oh, oh, God. Why do they do this? Approximately 90% of U.S. tourism is domestic. Yeah, what a surprise. And it's another dishonest statistic that's being put forward. I mean, again, this is what I was saying. It's fucking obvious, right? You don't need to look this up. It's obvious. And so the author cast it here? Maybe, right? I think that, again, like, what's going to happen, it's so performative. This is what I've said all the time with any type of, like big race swaps or something like that, because it was filmed in the woke era. I don't know about that. I have no idea. That was me, not you. I apologize. And so it's called being inclusive, duh. Surely. It's from a desert nation to symbolize Egypt, so I guess they thought that must be black. Well, Egyptians aren't black. Aren't Egyptians, like, ethnically Semitic? Like, that, they're not black. What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, at least that's my understanding, right? Some are? Oh, that's a good point. No, you're right about that. Probably some are. That's a good point. And yeah, either way, that's really what I would say. And let's see here. He approved the casting. She's Indian and brown. Maybe. I just think that anytime that you put a character into a story that doesn't match the way it looks in the comics, you're probably going to have an issue. Now, maybe you won't, but 90% of the time you will. And I think that a lot of people are going to negatively react to it. I think it's a mistake. It's always a mistake to do it unless it's being done by a really, really well-known actor, like, you know, how Samuel Jackson played Nick Fury or something. Other than that, apparently wanted this. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just saying that I think people are going to have a negative reaction. It's just unnecessary. Yeah. And, or doesn't understand U.S. politics. Yeah, for U.S. politics, people are going to have a super, super negative reaction to this. Absolutely. And so Semitic, origin of language, Egyptians are North African. Are they? I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, that was my understanding. Like, I guess I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, what is this? Roll out. What is this? Transformer police officer. I get it.
This is genocide.
That's a good one. Okay. You got me. Wow. Okay. Transformer police officer jailed after trying to make a semi-automatic gun using a 3D printer. Well, how are you recording yourself doing this? Why do you have all these? What are you? What is this? The Walking Fucking Dead? Oh my God! Who does this? Yeah. Oh my God! Transformer police officer. Dude, they had to have done this on purpose, right? There's no way they didn't do this on purpose. Holy shit. Somebody's probably sitting there. Oh, I know what I can do. Yeah, the title. Yeah, absolutely. How small is too small? What's this? Uh-oh. Oh, it's too small.
The G-spot is 2 inches inside my wall, so as long as you're that long, I think you're fine.
Oh my God. This is so stupid. I love it. Wow, halfway there. Yeah, I guess so. We're back, boys. Yeah, I guess there's a chance. Yes. And halfway, right? And wow, halfway to victory. I don't understand what she said. Really, you don't understand? Like, damn. I wonder why. The prank was canceled because the danger was real. There was a man actually chasing her. What?
My life be like, yeah. My life be like.
Damn. Oh shit. I didn't even see him. Says, what's up, bitch? Surprise, motherfucker. Bro, this stuff is fake. I never know. I mean, I think everything is fake. Zach called it. What is this here, a Nazi march? Oh, this is not a big deal. It's only 100 people. Only 100 members of the National Socialist Network. That's not even that many of them, right? It's 100 fucking people. Like, just, yeah, for now, only, yeah, that's not a lot. It's 100. You can get 100 retards together for anything. That's a book club, yeah, like, that's nothing. It's fucking nothing. And so I don't think it's a big deal, man. And hate speech, sure. I mean, I don't know about that. 100 Nazis march against Melbourne. These seems to be unthinkable a few years ago. Well, I do think that, like, right now it's only 100. I think it'll keep going up. I do think so, especially as people feel like they're able to do it. Like, the real reason why people aren't more crazy with politics is because they're worried about losing their job. Like, I went and I saw this. This is something I did a tweet today, if you can believe that. So I can't watch this because it was some bad shit. And so Aiden Ross, so like this kid said the N-word and he said the F-word, right? The two that you're not supposed to say. And so Aiden Ross was talking about this. I'll go ahead and I'll listen to what he said.
Look, this is my take on the Peterbot situation. I'm gonna just call it out. All you little Fortnite weirdos trying to cancel him and shit like that, it's whack. The kid was like 15 at the time, bro. I'm not saying what he did was right, but he's a fucking kid, okay? I've said a lot of fucked up shit when I was 15. Everybody has. I'm not defending everything he said in that clip. I'm not saying what he said was right or funny, but I'm just saying, have some fucking slack. It's a fucking kid. Dude, holy fucking shit. You guys are acting like he raped or killed somebody. God damn. Like, god damn, bro. This fucking, oh my god. He wasn't saying it in an intent of damaging or saying it in an ignorant way. He was saying it because he wasn't supposed to say it. And his friend got to get checked ASAP, bro. His friend got to get checked ASAP. ASAP. Chat, I'm not defending what he said at all.
So Aiden, this is a Aiden W, huge Aiden W. So this is one thing you got to keep in mind. Everybody else here in this, there's at least 4 people here. They all thought that shit was funny. They all thought that shit was funny. Nobody got mad because that's the way it is in real life. And I said this. I went on Twitter. I said this. I said, from my experience, over 80% of streamers and influencers say and do things that, if they were on camera, would look very bad. This ranges from slurs to other malicious bad behavior. The online space influencers exist in is a hyper-reality centered around pleasing advertisers. This is true. And so anyway, yeah, pleasing advertisers in the woke mob. Well, generally the woke mob complains to the advertisers. Like it's all kind of the same, including you. Oh, I say all kinds of crazy stuff off stream constantly. Yeah, and basically imagine the kind of things that you think that I say off stream. You're right. Yep, you're right. That's it. Absolutely. And so you say it on stream too? No, I don't. And so anyway, what do? I do anything, right? I say anything. I just do whatever the fuck. I don't care. We don't give a fuck about this. And so anyway, most streamers, you got a lot of streamers that are talking about how bad this is. And like, it's obviously not good to say stuff like this. Like, yeah, sure, it's not good. But like, to go and act like you're better than this? Nah, I know too many streamers over the years, and they might not be saying the N-word, but they're saying shit that's really, in a lot of ways, fucking worse, right? Like, they're saying shit with malice. They're saying stuff like ill intent. Like, there's a lot of streamers and people, and that's just people, right? That's not even streamers. That's people. That's everybody. And so anyway, this goes for everyone. We're all human. Nah, the thing is that, again, on the internet, there is an entire culture that is around virtue signaling and acting like you don't do shit like this because people are trying to make money on the internet. They're trying to get advertisers on the internet. They're trying to get advertisers to give them money, and so they don't want to say something that could fuck with that money. So this isn't a real situation. Like the influencer space, the online space that we exist in is not something that you can base the way that you look at reality off of. You can't do that. And so, yeah, streamers saying horrific false shit about people is what it means. Well, no, I'm talking about tons of bad stuff, right? Like, yeah, never forget the bridge incident. Yeah, I prefer to shoe my shoes off to everyone that doesn't live as a hypocrite. Influencers are basically puppets. Well, so are you. If you have a job, I guarantee you, whenever your boss does or says something that you don't like, you don't crash out on your boss and call him the N-word. So, like, I love how, like, you're not special because, you know, you're not an influencer in doing this. Like, at your job, you have to do the exact same thing. Some do, yeah, once, right? And then they're fired and they're back on fucking Social Security, or not Social Security, fucking unemployment or welfare. And that's it. Yeah, you can do it once, exactly. And so that's it. Job is actually more slavery than influencer. Bold of you to assume that person has a job. Well, eventually they will. And also they have to do that in school too. Nobody lives completely free. Everybody, whenever they're in society, has to, you know, make certain concessions. My point, though, with all of this, my point is that Aiden is totally right about this. He's completely right. And he knows this probably just as well as I do, that a lot of these streamers that are like talking about like, oh, this is bad, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't do that, they say and do shit that's way worse than that privately all the time. But whenever they have the chance to virtue signal, they're never going to miss it. So either way, and also this is not just slurs, it's other bad behavior. Saying the N-word is not the only bad thing that you can do, okay? That's my point. Almost everyone says things that are inappropriate. Yeah, absolutely. And that was my point that I was really looking at and thinking about in general, right? And let's see if I can find the rest of this fucking bullshit. And what is this going on? See if there's anything else really happening. But no, that's really it. And so yeah, it seems like streamers are not very nice folks. Well, I mean, it's the same as anybody. I mean, like people are just trying to make money, right? They're just trying to make money. They're just trying to get by. They're just trying to be able to succeed doing what they're doing. And so you can't really hate them for that. You can't get mad at them and be like, oh wow, I can't believe how evil you are for trying to, you know, like make a living. It's just them trying to do what they need to do, man. Yeah, that's it. Why do men seem to have as much drama as women? Well, we have different drama. Men have more confrontational drama, where women have more subversive drama, I think, in general, right? That's my sexist take for at least the next 10 minutes, then I'll have another one. This is the best round of 2025. Which one is this? We've all heard of the metaphor of boiling the frog, where you boil the frog slowly and then you turn the temperature up very slowly. The frog doesn't even realize that it's being boiled until it's too late and they can't escape. That is what is happening with subscription services. That's what's happening with online subscriptions in general. Speaking of that, yes, this is, I don't even think this is my top 10 rants, by the way, but I don't want to watch some like weird shit. But yeah, and everybody, by the way, everybody's agreeing with me, right, with this too, which I think is kind of funny. And yeah, it's just plenty of people. Streamers are also people that say crazy, that everyone says crazy unhinged shit about a certain group of people or another dumb chatter. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm lucky my boss is very open-minded. He encourages us to come to him with complaints. I'm not talking about complaining. I'm talking about something different. So anyway, look at this. TikTok has begun rolling out age verification in the US. This is only the beginning. It is going everywhere. Yep. That's what's going to happen. Anybody who thought this wasn't going to happen is on some level of fucking drugs that shouldn't even be legal. Like, this is it. Zoomers? Yeah, exactly. There was 99% of their users. Well, there you go, right? Isn't TikTok supposed to be banned already? Do not give your ID. I tried to say we need a government or third-party authentication service so you don't have to give your ID to everybody, and that way there can be a blind check where they don't actually have access to your ID, just an authentication that your ID exists. I said that, everybody got mad at me. And now you're going to have to submit your driver's license to every fucking website, and eventually something like your account is going to get hacked. The web base is going to get, you know, like fucking taken advantage of. Something's going to happen. It's sad. Not doing it. You're not doing it. Okay. Well, then what are you going to do when Steam does it? What are you going to do when Facebook does it? When Twitter does it? When Twitch does it? At a certain point, 99% of people will break. 99% of people will break, and this will be completely normalized, and it will just be this is the way it used to be, but this is how it is now. Yep. You're not gonna, GOG? Isn't GOG owned by CD Projekt Red, which is a company that exists in Europe? They're not doing it because they want to. Do you think TikTok wants to manage and verify a bunch of user IDs? Do you think that they want to do this? Fuck no, they don't want to do this. This is annoying. The only reason why they're doing it is because they have to legally. Yes? No, they don't. They don't. You can't trust companies? No, they do not. And here's the reason how I know that. They don't have a choice. Yes, they're being pushed to do this. It's not in their best interest to do this. And let me explain the reason why. 10 seconds remain. The reason why it's not in their best interest to do this is very simple. It's because now you have added a barrier to entry to onboarding a user to your website. And that barrier to entry, like getting driver's license data and information about somebody, you would have to like parse that out. Like selling that information is a crime in itself. And so are these companies going to like intentionally go in on a crime? So what? Well, so how, like, let me ask you something. I'm going to pull this guy up. What percentage of do you think of TikTok's audience is this going to be a massive culling for? Because I think it's going to cull 30% of their audience. Do you really think that they want to lose 30% of their audience? If I were them, I wouldn't. I would not. Some companies like Pornhub have completely blocked people from states and a certain age verification. Yes, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. It's not higher. And you're upset it's harder to access a website? Well, yeah. I mean, you're in favor of it. Okay, I must have misunderstood what you were saying. And so more like 50% plus. Well, I'm just being realistic. I think it's going to be 30%. You're going to have the remaining kids that are on it. They're probably going to use their parents' ID. They're probably going to find some other way to get on there. Like, I'm being realistic here, okay? And so anyway, that's it. What would the minimum age be for TikTok? I think that the age for making an account on social media should be the age of consent. That's simple. So if the age of consent is 16, then it's 16. If the age of consent is 18, then it's 18. How do you deal with international messages? Because there's different places. I don't really know about that. I don't know what this solution is. But if you're asking me, like, ideologically what my viewpoint is, that's what my viewpoint is ideologically. So yeah, it's that simple. Third-party sites are selling fake digital IDs soon. Do you not know how this stuff works? That doesn't work. Do you think they're not going to figure this out? Like, that will be a game exploit that'll go on for like three years, right? That'll happen for like 3 years, and then use AI to make fake IDs. They're going to have a double check system, a double authentication system that automatically reads the IDs, and through a program, it will detect the number and then feed the number to a detection system that is sent at the government, and then the government will give a pass-fail for that. It's a two-factor authentication, like a real ID. That's what's going to happen. Like, I mean, really? Like, how can you not see this? How can you... Are you retarded?
Oh, yeah.
Like, who's paying for all this? We are. We're paying for it. We're paying to be spied on. That's right. Yes, how much credit card do you have to disclose? Well, I don't know about that. Just use your bank. Yeah. And anyway, listen, Asmon, here in Denmark, you've got a doctor journal and a hospital journal. This is nearly impossible to share data with each other. Well, in Denmark, I don't know what it's like.
30 seconds.
Why do we act like we should just accept this, though? You can rage against the machine, and I respect you for doing so. But I would much rather make sure, like... If you're in a plane, this is my metaphor, okay? You can disagree with this. If you're in a plane and the plane's crashing and it's gonna fucking hit the ground and everybody's gonna be incinerated and destroyed, are you going to sit in the car in your chair and be like, man, bro, fuck, dude, shit, no, man, fuck? Or are you gonna go and maybe try to, I don't know, jump out the window, use the emergency thing, do something, right? In my opinion, I view looking at this and trying to fight against it, this is a unstoppable force in my mind. I think it's an unstoppable force. His brain is so big. There's no way we're getting around this. Because of that, because I think that, then guess what's going to happen, right? I'll land the airplane. Yes, exactly. And Casey Master, this guy's good. Yeah, of course. And so those windows are a bit small. Well, they've got the fucking things. Don't the positives outweigh the negatives? It depends on how you want to look at it. The real problem with Internet Real ID isn't the fact that it's Internet Real ID. It's the fact that it can be used by oppressive governments in order to silence dissent in their politics. That's the real problem. So your enemy isn't really government ID. The government ID is just simply a way for your enemy to oppress you. So that's the real problem, okay? That's my opinion on this. So yeah, anyway, TikTok is doing this. Everybody is going to be doing this. The ID numbers contains a name and a birthday. They only check if the number matches the data. Do you really think, like, these are the kind of comments that I don't understand. Do you really think that they can't figure out how to check the IDs? Let me... Here, let me... I want to scroll up. Where is it? Landon. If the government gave you $1 billion, do you think that you could create a system that could check IDs? Because I think I could. How many of you guys know that you could easily do that? This is literally a two-factor authentication system. Like, people in fucking high school could do this. You already check IDs from anything now? Exactly, yes. You can easily do it. No, it's not. I'm anonymous. What are you talking about? Sure. And they have in Holland, it's called DigiID. Yeah, not to be from, not me. I'm too stupid for that. This is easier than cracking a Wi-Fi password. Yeah, I guess so. By the way, why is it that all of the horses in Luna Musume are named after Wi-Fi passwords? Have you guys noticed this? Gold ship, special week. All it's missing is a 3 at the end, and you could use it to log into your neighbor's Wi-Fi. Am I the only person that's noticed this? Holy shit! Rice shower? What the fuck does that mean? It's just you? Grass Wonder died? I saw that. That was very sad. It was awful. And, yeah, what the fuck is your Wi-Fi password? It's gonna be, I don't know, man. Maybe it's gonna be Special Week. And, I played this game a lot, actually. I have an A-rank Uma, too. And, you know, we played quite a bit. But yesterday, as I said, I went and I beat the new boss in Elden Ring Night Rain. It took me, I'm gonna be honest, it took me 2 tries. I fucked up the first time. And I had a run last night at 4 in the morning. I stayed up too late. I should not have stayed up this late, but I did. I stayed up late. I could not get another colossal weapon. I did the crater, and so I forged my raider weapon into a fucking, into legendary. And I beat that motherfucker with 1 weapon at level 14. I did. And I'm totally dog shit at the fight, too. Like, I'm so bad at the fight. Yeah, sleeps for the week? No, it's not. I guess I'm a weak guy. And so I know it's a bad comparison. It's Elden Ring Night Rain worse than Battlefield 6. I love both games. I hate the fact that I like Night Rain now, because it means that I was wrong initially. But, yeah, holy shit, level 14 is badass. Yeah, I did. And Kaligo is cinema, but he's a joke? Really? I think the only one that I think is really hard is the Gaping Jaw. For whatever reason, I have a really hard... I've only beaten him on hard mode once. I beat him, I got his item, and I said, all right, never again. He's an asshole? Yeah, he's really hard, man. Hard mode Kaligo is very hard? I don't think he is, personally. But Raider has a number of tools to deal with what he does pretty easily. But, yeah, is Night Rain doing well in numbers? That's a great question. How is Night Rain doing? That's really fucking good. I'ma be real, like, that's actually pretty good. Damn, Gaping Jaw Tornado is a B? Yeah, bro, fuck that shit, right? Like, he's so annoying. I hate him. And Gaping Jaw's Purple Lightning makes the game stutter? No, for me, that's not the reason why I can't kill him sometimes. It's because I'm bad at the game. It's because I'm bad at the game, and I'm impatient, and I play badly. It's not the game's fault. Like, I do think that the Kaligo has, like, 1 attack, or Caligo or whatever has, like, 1 attack, like that tail attack, the purple tail attack. So big. I think, I don't know how to roll that. It feels like it's broken, the way you're supposed to roll it, but I might be misunderstanding it. Either way, they made it doable for solo runs? Yeah, it's a joke. Game's a joke. Like, I beat Halo Star, like the last boss, at like level 13 or something, after dying like 3 times. Yes, Battlefield, as I said before, it's probably going to go, was it 19? No, I guess maybe it won't go that high. I'm surprised. I actually was predicting it to go higher today than it did yesterday. But Battlefield is doing really, really, really well. I've got a lot of video games I'm playing right now. Everdark Gaping Jaw is such a cool fight. Dude, when the tornado, when you have to jump into it is so cool. You're right. I might, no, he's not active today. That's right. It's him and it's the Kaligo and Sentient Pest. Because I did it yesterday. You ever try that Liza P DLC again? No. I'll probably play it off screen or something. And that way I can like just kind of like relearn the game at my own pace. But the game that I've been playing, like I wanted to get the rest of Wu Chang done. Like I wanted to try out another build in the game, and I beat it myself maybe a couple of days ago. But so I did New Game Plus, and like my character's like level like 120 or something like that. And I just need to find a good way to exploit the game to get infinite levels, and then I can finally enjoy myself. So yeah, it was that. I was playing that. I was also playing Night Rain. I've been doing that a lot. Nudity's okay, but only if it's ugly. Yeah, and this is the thing, is that attractive women with big boobs make fat chicks mad. And so what happens is that pornographic mermaid statue is said to be removed. It's removed in Denmark after it was deemed a man's hot dream of what a woman should look like due to its large breasts. What's wrong with being what men want? Like...
Your top tower may be under attack.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Bro, like, you gotta be in the gym all day for that. You gotta be in the gym all day for this shit. Bro, these guys are cut. Yeah, what do you mean? What are we talking about here? Yeah, these are Giga Chads. Absolutely. What else we got? We got another one here? What about this? I don't even know if that's actually, that's even a new one or not. But, yeah, obviously this is how it is. It's always been it. So I don't understand that. What muscle was that? I don't even know, man. I'll be real. I have no idea. And so this is always the way it's been. So I don't see why this is a problem. I don't think it's a problem at all. I think it's totally fucking fine. But, you know, you got a bunch of fat Karens getting mad about it, and that's it. This smells of small tit energy? No. This is a hog conspiracy. It is a hog conspiracy. Everybody knows it. That's the problem. Yep, hoes mad. That's right. It's a Karen problem? Yes, that's exactly it. And also, like, I looked at this photo. The boobs were not even that huge. Like, it was a comfortable D to double D cup. That's big, for sure. But you can, like, I've seen anime before. You can go way past that also. And so, let's be fucking real, guys. It's ridiculous. Yeah, big for real life? Yeah, I know. Again, bro, it's a mermaid. And that's also another thing, is that... well, I don't know really. I don't think it really matters. Brilliant censorship we're going so far. Bringing back Puritan modesty and misogyny. And I use that word like its actual meaning. How are boobs creating unrealistic expectations for women? Because fat, ugly women look at it and it makes them insecure. That's the reason. That's the reason why it's happening. Say it for what it is. It's that simple. There's no complexity to this. There's no agenda to this beyond that. It's just fat, ugly women trying to censor and suppress attractive women because it makes them feel bad about themselves. That's literally the entire thing. That's the beginning, the middle, and the end. It's simple. Yep, there you go. And true. There's kindness in evil. There's in kindness, there's evil. Oh, with Valve? Oh, yeah, they have the CSGO thing. In evil, there's kindness. I think Nintendo is the balance. Nintendo is generally great, but, you know, there's that. Of course, we have the balance, which is Rockstar. I think, yeah, Rockstar's had some kind of L's and W's. And then there's From Software, which is always good. And then we have this bitch, Ubisoft, which is always bad.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Collective shop members begin to cry, Gamergate. Who's this stupid bitch? Mel Tankard Reese? What's this? Let me look this up. There we go. Tankard Resist. Oh, God. So this is author, media commentator, Collective Shout co-founder, plus movement director. Tweets are my own. So many men sour they can't exploit women and girls with impunity. Man. So many messages like this, such horrible aggression from men hearing the word no. I've now donated to Collective Shout. Best wishes for your work. I love how these stupid, obnoxious Karens think that they're gonna. You really think that a man not taking no for an answer in a legitimate real-world situation that could result in actual sexual assault is in the same universe as you censoring a video game? Holy fuck! Get a grip! Oh my God! What is wrong with these people? This is crazy.
poison in your eye.
That's a crime, bro. Yeah, I know. 63,000 posts. Well, she joined in 2009. And so this is it again. The Online Hate Prevention Institute has been shocked by both the extreme nature and the volume of the content that we've seen attacking Collective Shout. The women who work there and that serve on its director. Gamergate returns. Well, you should have thought of that. Too bad. Too bad. You're getting harassed? Too bad. You should not have inserted yourself into other people's media and tried to control what individual consenting adults try to do. Now you've done that. And now people are trying to control and attack you. Guess what? Fuck around and find out. I don't support harassment, but I certainly don't feel sorry for it. Don't stick your nose in other people's business trying to tell other people what to do and expect to come out of it and nothing to happen. That's it. And compare it to sexual assault. Yeah, exactly. What goes around comes around. That's right. Yeah. Again, this would have never happened if you kept your fucking mouth shut and you didn't sit around telling other people what to do. But you want to go around and tell other people what to do, and the moment that they push back against you, now you're the victim. No, you're not the victim. You're the aggressor, and they're defending themselves. I don't care if somebody's sending you mean messages. If they're violating the law, report them to the police, and the police can take care of it. And if they can't, too fucking bad. That's it. Don't mess with gamers. Don't mess with anybody. You go around and you insert yourself into somebody else's community that you don't belong in. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have anything to do with this at all. And some of the children listed on this website are described as obedient and respectful towards adults, while others have labels stating physical development is age appropriate. I don't even know what that means. What is this here? And Gamergate on steroids. Abuse a small all-women team. You shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. If you didn't want people to get mad at you, you shouldn't have done the thing that was going to make them mad. Too bad. That's the way it goes. Yep, this goes for interjecting yourself into someone else's life so to gaslight them like they did something wrong. Exactly. Yes, they've injected themselves into a community that they don't belong in, they're not a part of, and they have nothing to do with. And now they're trying to gaslight the entire internet into thinking that they're the victims whenever they're being repudiated. That's what happens. They defended cuties. I don't want to hear shit what they've got to say. Well, I have no idea. But anyway, it's always an institute. Yeah. And so anyway, cry about it, and you're going to get no sympathy from me. I don't care at all. And if anything, fuck around and find out. Don't do it. Maybe you should think twice before you go on a crusade to get somebody else's media taken away from them whenever they're adults. Hoes mad? Yeah, hoes mad. And I'm sure they're going to cry. And also, by the way, I want to let you know that every time that you express that you're being hurt by this, every time that you express that things are unpleasant for you, you're unhappy, this is bothering you, all you do is motivate the people that are harassing you to do it even more. Because you're feeding them. Giving them that satisfaction of them knowing that they're hurting you is going to make them do it twice as much. You should know this. Everybody knows this. You're supposed to know this by 5 years old. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Exactly. Yeah, it's a pecking party. Trolls are eating good. Where's 4chan when you need them? Attacking these people. They've totally ruined these people's lives. Shouldn't have fucked around. Shouldn't have fucked around. There's too many people that fuck around, then they get involved in other people's business, and then they act like victims whenever the people react. That's it. Yep, she asked for the bear and then poked the bear. Should not have poked the bear. Should not have done that. People use the term Gamergate too much. Well, I mean, again, like, I thought Gamergate was great. I'm a huge supporter of Gamergate. I was then and I am now. And so, yeah, anybody that wants to get mad about that, blood in the water, absolutely. Didn't they get doxxed? They did. They did. Shouldn't have done it. And I don't agree with doxing, but that's what's going to happen. Don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Don't insert yourself into other people's problems. Don't start telling other people what to do.
Your top tower's fallen.
Leave the bears alone. Leave them alone. Don't do it. She falsely accused the bear of inappropriate gestures from the bear mauled her. Mind your own business. Exactly. And why affect all of us? Yes, exactly. And it's going to happen. Can we have the link again on Zach's community? Well, on X? Oh, I don't know about on X. I mean, you guys can use... How's Roach Ranch doing anyway? Let me go and check. Communities, how are we doing on Roach Ranch? How many people do we have in it? Almost 24,000. 24,000 fucking people. Holy shit. Yeah, if you guys want to join, there's a lot of things that we can't talk about on Reddit because they're against the terms of service. You can talk about whatever you want as long as it doesn't break the terms, as long as it doesn't break the law, and as long as it doesn't, it's on Twitch TOS. You can talk about whatever you want on my community. I don't care. This is what it's about. It's to spread misinformation about recent elections, vaccines, and racial stereotypes. Parentheses, yes, it's actually flat. Also known as the Asmongold Twitter community. Yeah, how often do you check it? Well, pretty regularly because I get updates on it whenever I check my phone. So it's pretty common. And yeah, there it is. But yeah, there it is. Make sure to join to join the Twitter community. How can we join? Actually, I can just pin it. Join our Twitter community. There we go. And I post memes there, but it doesn't get a lot of likes. I know, we need to get more people on there. Like, the problem is that there's a lot of people that are on Twitter, but very few of them that actually join the community and participate. Like, we have 20,000 members, but very rarely do people participate or do anything. You're right about the comeback. What's this? Man. I think it's probably just a meme. I wouldn't take this one too seriously. If only, right? And let's see if I can find a few more of these. Just realized your son is taking the wrong backpack to school. Yeah, racist memes like this. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Don't give a fuck.
Your middle tower.
Absolutely. I'm not your dad.
Your middle
it's not my problem. And it's early. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Exactly. And Muslim race. To be fair, it's not really racist. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's definitely not racist. But yeah, in general, any bad memes like that, I don't care about them at all. Unless again, they're like, there's like some that are like really bad. Like, maybe we would probably draw the line there, but like that's. So yeah. And can I post my Warhammer models? Post whatever you want, as long as it's not Twitch. It's not Twitch TOS. I'll take shit that never happened for $500. I just realized something horrifying. People with depression score higher on tests of realism. Intelligence is positively correlated with mental illness and suicide. What this indicates is that if the mind understands too much about reality, it wants to destroy itself. Human life is existential horror.
Thrust ahead.
They're right. No, they're right. This is a Reddit post, but this is a true post. It's true. Yeah, this is true. Dr. Banks, thanks for 50 subs. By the way, nobody has to ever gift subs. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I always say that because I don't want anybody to gift me subs or give me money that you can't afford, man. And I'm doing great financially. I'll always be doing great financially. And I don't need anybody's support at all. But if you want to say thanks to the community, I can go ahead and appreciate it as much as I want. And so, yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. And there it is. Anyway, my point, though, with this is I think that human beings are uncomfortable with the ability of critical thought and the capacity of thinking that they are imbued with. I think that's why people constantly go and they're looking for some sort of organizing force that will tell them what to think. Whether it's religion, political dogma, a nationality, or some sort of thing that's greater than themselves, that they can outsource their critical thinking and their existentialism to. You can outsource your existential realities and existential dreads to the Bible, to the Quran, to the Torah, to, you know, like Hinduism, Buddhism, or something, right? And the reason why you do that is so you can not have the responsibility and the burden of having to deal with it yourself. And I think this is a legitimate thing. I do think that humans are we have evolved in a way that is disproportionate. We are too good at critically thinking, and we are too shitty at critically accepting. And I think it is a core brain problem. It's not something that has to do with culture or anything. I think this is true across all cultures. It's true across all groups of people, and it's true about everybody. And that is why in almost every single society, some form of like enlightenment is always seen in every society almost as basically nothingness. Nothingness, not giving a fuck, being accepting of the way that things are. And the reason why is because most people can never get there. That's it. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the United States, whether you're in China, whether you're in, fucking Africa. That's it. It's always the same. It's interesting. Yeah, think about that. Like, and that's one thing that I always do is I spend a lot of time like, you're a retard? No, I'm not. Like, this is true. It's true with everything. And like, I try to read and know things, because if you know a lot of things about different cultures, you can try to piece together what the human brain really functions as at a baseline, right? Because if you see like everybody in the whole world, like for example, in every society, men are stronger and bigger than women. That means that this is an innate human trait that exists intrinsically based off of our DNA. I don't think that stops at biology. I think that also works in your mind too. And I think that if you can know enough things about enough groups of people, and you can see enough commonalities, you can reverse engineer the way that people think at a very core fucking like white brain matter level. Maybe that's weird for me to say, but I think it's true. Yeah, collective consciousness is real. Yes. The idea of nobility is across all humans. Most, not all, but most. Can I just listen to you instead? Yes, and that's the thing, is a lot of people do that. You shouldn't just listen to me and make decisions. If Islam takes over, bro, this is the next year after I visit the Middle East, bro. Like, we're just gonna do this. That's what it's gonna be. Yep. I'm even. You know what's really unbelievable about this? The fact that my mic is clean. Can you imagine that? Yeah, I can't either. This AI is fucking broken. Let's see here. And this guy, what is this? This guy's on something?
I had this professor who used to go on and on about the idiocy of video games.
Yeah.
He talked about how his son would play for hours and that he once tried playing with them, but found it completely dull after just a few minutes.
Okay.
Now, if this was reversed, if the son was talking about how his dad would read for hours and he once tried reading with them but found it boring after a few minutes, well, we would accuse the son of having a short attention span, right? Yeah. But why don't we accuse the professor of having a short attention span?
Because it's not about attention. It seems idiotic.
Yeah, but what if that's exactly the case for the son?
Yeah, I don't read books.
See, what he's saying is that this boy is actually able to give hours of attention to a video game because it's interesting to him.
Yeah, but that's because video games are designed for people with short attention spans.
Yes, yeah, that's what bookish people say. But no, what this guy is saying is it's not a matter of attention, but of interest. The professor doesn't have patience for the video game because he's not interested in that kind of experience.
True.
In the same way that the son might not be interested in books.
Books, L.
And it's not that he doesn't have the ability to pay attention. Clearly he does. Like the professor, he's able to pay attention for hours if he finds something interesting.
So down with books along with video games?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yes. That's the whole point. Every book, see, here's the thing. Every book is written in the past. I want to go to the future. Why would I go back? Why would I look backwards? Am I going to go and read a book? That guy's dead. Apparently his ideas didn't work. He's dead. That's it. I'm trying to live in the future. Yeah. You're wrong on this one. I don't. The reason why I don't read books, here's actually the real reason. It's because most of the words are a waste of space. I process things with no, like my dad does this all the time, where he will try to explain something to me by telling me a story of something that happened to him in 1964. That to me, it's making me mad just thinking about it. Just thinking about hearing this, it's making me mad. And so But and to me, and I'll try to explain something to him, and I'll be like, these are the bullet points. This is the way it is. That's it. Period. No fucking example. I'm like, okay, how does it work? Hit the button. It didn't work. Okay, well, what are you gonna do after that? Right? I do everything, and I make everything based off of that. I have no noise with any communication that I have with anybody. I only speak about ideas, or not even ideas, about specific facts. And I'm not a big talker, right? I'm not a big talker in general. And so, yeah, history always repeats itself. Maybe. Do you have an inner monologue? No, I have multiple. Yes, I have multiple inner monologues. And, but would you listen to an audiobook? No, it's a waste of time. Like, I know what a lot of books say, but I've never read them because it's just a waste of time to read all of the words. Maybe, is that stupid? It probably is, but that's the way my brain works. So yeah, it's condensed speech. Yeah, I have very, very condensed speech. And with anything, yeah, nothing. Nobody does. I think in most things, yeah, the Halo books are good. I read all 3 of the original Halo books in 9th grade, actually. So yeah, it's an efficient mind. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, have you ever taken the Briggs-Meyer test before? What is that? Maybe I should do that on stream. That's a good idea. It's a personality test. Can I... It's a gay test? Wait, is it a test to check if you're gay?
Pursued by poison. Yes.
So... Well, can I just... Because the reason why I don't want to do it... Here's the reason why. I don't want to do it because at the end of it, I'm going to have to give them my email, right? Like, they're going to want my email or something. No? Okay.
Dominating.
Can I do it on this website? Okay, I'm going to do it on this website. All right, let's see what happens. You're roaching? Yeah, let's see. Ask Grot, give the link. I've done it without giving my email. All right, that's fine. You regularly make new friends. Agree? Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. It doesn't. It's like it's too basic of a question. Usually feel more persuaded by what resonates with emotionally. Disagree. Living in working spaces are clean and organized. Disagree. Actually, I'll go to like right there. You stay calm even under a lot of pressure. True. Yeah, I did. Networking, proning yourself to strangers, very daunting. I think that's kind of an agree. Okay, you prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well behind the deadline. If I want to, I do. If I don't, I just don't really care. But when I try to, I do. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers and data. Huge disagree. You like organizing tools and schedules and lists. Huge disagree. Small mistake cause you to doubt abilities and not logic. That's an agree. After me saying I should kill myself because I missed one snipe in Battlefield. You feel comfortable just waking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Massively disagree. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. I kind of agree, but like not really. It kind of depends. But in general, like not in the English AP English 12th grade level. You prioritize facts or appeals. Okay. You allow the day to unfold without any schedule. Okay. You rarely worry about whether you make a good try. Okay. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Generally disagree. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. It depends. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Completely disagree. You actively seek out new experiences or knowledge areas to explore. I generally disagree, not always. You're prone to worrying about things that will take a turn for the worst. Huge agree. You enjoy... Okay. You can't imagine yourself writing fictional stories living. Huge disagree. You favor efficiency and decisions, even if it means disregarding some... Okay, that's a huge agree. You prefer to do chores before allowing yourself to relax. That's actually an agree. In disagreements, you prioritize... And if you don't believe me, every time I go to my dad's, like, you guys... People might not know this, but, like, I actually help my dad with, like, cleaning up. Like, I'll change his sheets. I'll do a lot of stuff, like, vacuum his house. So while my own house isn't clean, his house is. Yeah, his house is clean. And I always tell him, like, I just want to get everything done so I can just sit down and relax. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. I disagree. I don't care. You can't reason a person to have a position they didn't reason themselves into. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. That's a general agree. Your mood can change very quickly. Depends. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Agree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Huge agree. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Huge agree. You often prefer to be around others rather than your own. What? That's a disagree, I think. You become bored and lose interest when discussion gets highly theoretical. Generally disagree. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Ooh, that's a no for Bruce piece for me. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work and study schedule. I've been live at 1 p.m., 12 to 1. If this was any other point in my life, I would say yes, but not anymore. I do it. I lock in and I do it. And I've been consistent for years now. Go back one page. I can't. I can't go back. Slow down. Okay. I apologize. Previous step.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. Ready or not.
And you guys said it was this one, right?
Swiftly. Your bottom tower be under attack. Radiant structures be fortified.
The top one?
Swoop.
No, I gave the correct answer. I don't try to prove my point. If I can see that somebody's feelings, I'm actually not very insistent at all. You preserve feelings? Absolutely. If somebody disagrees with me, that's not my problem. Yeah, like... Yeah, that's the way I look at things, right? I mean, like, so you don't give an answer based on stream stuff? Well, I'm talking about, like, how do I act in my personal life? I try to be empathetic and nice to people. I do. I try to be nice. I know, it's so gay. I'm big gay for being nice. But I do. I genuinely do. You disagree with chatters all the time? This is a show. I'm talking about my personal life. Like, obviously. You can't, that's why I said you can't reason a person out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. When somebody tells me that they had a near-death experience and they talked to God, I'm going to be like, that's crazy, okay. I'm not going to tell them no, or it was your brain playing tricks on you. That's it. That's wild. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, move on, please. No, is it really that crazy for me to say? Like, yeah, I'm just been being honest, right? Okay, where are we at? You rarely second-guess the choices that you make? Yeah, agree. Absolutely agree. Never second-guess myself. Your friends will describe you as lively and outgoing. Ooh. Ooh, that's a no Peruskis for me. Ooh. Real bad. Top of this page? You usually prefer it around to be around others rather than your own. Disagree. Well, yeah, I'd rather be around friends of mine, others rather than your own. That means, like, I mean, this question is a bad question. Because the implication is being around strangers versus your family, but it could also be interpreted as being by yourself. On your own? Oh, I can't read. Okay, I'll slow down from now on. I did this a lot in high school. I would get questions wrong because of this. Yeah, see, I did this a lot. I was in school. I remember one time in 5th grade, I did my test. I speed ran my test. And I did it in like 15 minutes. And my teacher graded my test in front of everybody. And he showed all the things that I got wrong because I did it and I speed ran it. And he's like, wow, it looks like Speedy Gonzalez missed a few, huh? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. I remember that really well. Speedruns, yeah, lesson not learned? No, but it is, I'm aware of it. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression such as writing. Huge agree. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Huge agree. You likely have a to-do list for each day. I hate to tell you guys this, but I have my day, I've already planned out my entire day. So, this is my day for today.
Gliding in.
Asmongold's day for 8/10/2025. Wake up. Jerk off. Stream. Here. Lay in bed for 30 minutes. Get a massage. Go to McDonald's. Short Portly, Uber Eats. Depending on the time. Either that or eat first. Then after that, so I'm trying to think what else besides this.
Your middle tower.
Eat? Yeah.
Dire structures be fortified.
While watching a video on my tablet.
Your middle tower be taken
Lay
fire.
down again. Get up and play video games. Probably.
Your middle tower be down, you cross-eyed
Wuthering Waves. Wu Chang. And maybe start KCD 2 again. Okay. And then off again. Lay down. Brush my teeth. That's my day. I've already planned out my entire day. My day is completely planned. That's right. This is every single day. That's what happens, and you can tell me. Like, that's really it. And so a massage. I just figured I'd get a massage. For like a couple months probably, ever since like all my dad's stuff, and I thought it'd be nice to do. Yeah, sure. What's wrong with that? Yeah. This seems like it. Yeah, that's it. And jerk off after waking up is crazy. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work, bro. It's comforting. No, yeah, no. This is just really like, yeah. Y'all asked me what am I gonna do? Like, but shower before massage? I probably should take a shower. Probably tomorrow I'll do that. But yeah, and it's open till 10 p.m. Yeah, sure. And nothing wrong. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, this is a normal day. Now on a normal day, what is the usual? Okay, usually I don't do this. There it is, right? That's pretty much my... Okay. So that's it.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. Right. Do you brush your teeth? No, I do. I brush my teeth every day. And yeah, it's that simple. And yeah, really, that's where we're at, bro. You need a girlfriend? Yeah, sure. Okay? Let's go back to the fucking test, okay? Let's go back to the test. We're gonna finish the test. You rarely feel insecure. I never feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. I wish I could click right here. Bro, I'd be clicking over here. I hate phone calls. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. No. I don't give a fuck. Absolutely not. I don't want to hear anybody else's fucking opinion. No. You easily connect with people you just met. I'll be honest. Totally agree. I have no problem. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Absolutely agree. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yes? No, not really. No, not really. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world will look like in the future. Well, that's a huge disagree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. That's a huge disagree. When making decisions, you focus on how the affected people might feel rather than what is the most logical or efficient. Huge disagree. This is my biggest disagree. Absolutely. Yep. Honestly, yeah, I do not care about how people feel if I feel like it's in their best interest. And if it will negatively affect people, it doesn't matter. Fuck them. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy. This used to be true. It's not anymore. I walk in and I do it. I do it and I do it and I do it and I do it and I don't stop doing it. That's it. What if we answer correctly? No, I'm just telling you. Like, yeah, y'all, I'm giving y'all the answers, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all the way it is. Yeah, big agree next. If someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you? Totally disagree. I never even think about that. I don't think about what other people think about me, really. I know it sounds weird as a streamer for me to say that, but like, whenever I meet somebody that doesn't like me and I know doesn't like me, I'm like, well, hey, it's nice to meet you. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I don't even think about it. Yeah, it's overthinking. Exactly. Well, yeah. Huge agree with that one? Yeah. You would love a job that requires you to most work alone? You agree that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time? I generally disagree, but I do think philosophy should be graded based off of how applicable it is to real life. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. It depends. If I could live anywhere in the world, I have to say, though, if I could live anywhere in the world, I would live in New York City.
Your top tower be under attack.
Yep.
Your top tower
be
under attack.
Why? I think it's really cool.
Your top tower is fallen.
I do. I think it's fucking badass. My family's from New York. We're from New York ever since before America was America. Yeah, I'd go back.
Your top barracks has fallen. Radiant
Yeah.
structures.
You want an honest answer? That's it.
For now.
And so, yeah, that's it.
Be under attack.
You and Trump, the Empire State? Sure. They're from New Amsterdam? Yes. We are from, my family was, I'm pretty sure, kicked out of Germany. One of the only things that my family has from Germany before we were removed is a battle axe. I think that's probably part of the reason why we got kicked out. And so, yeah. That's it. So we're in America now, right? This was in like the 1500s or 1600s or something like that. I don't remember like what year it was. So yeah, and you don't like Texas? Well, no. I mean, really, like, I would never leave Texas because this is where I call my friends and like, well, actually, I mean, I would probably, like, in the future, I'll probably have a house out in Florida too, because I have family out in Florida. But other than that, I mean, no, I like, but like, you're talking about like the aesthetic of an environment, right? We're not talking about like personal circumstances. I'm talking about the aesthetic of an environment. I would like to live in New York City. Yeah. They said you're Irish? Yeah, I'm Irish, German, and Scottish. That's like 95% of it, right there. And you like that's on Buffalo City? Yeah. And I also like the fact like you go out at like 3 in the morning and there's shit going on, right? Yeah, that's it. 100% white. Yeah, 100% white. Like I'm just 3 different versions of white people, right? That's it. I'm not part black as far as I know. I'm not part Hispanic, part Asian, part Jewish, part Arab. I am 100% white, and that's it. And 1% black. 102%. I can't say it. With a 2% margin of error. Oh Lord, why? Oh shit! I remember that. That was so fucking good. Where is this? Uncle Ruckus, where is it? Fucking I glide
on. Ah, here it is. My test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man science is amazing, ain't it?
What?
Oh no, this can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why? Indeed.
Oh man. So yeah, that's it. Boondock Scripts all day. I love this show, bro. Like that was so big. Like yeah. Uncle Ruckus, that's where, yeah, bro, like, you got fucked around with it. I remember watching that. Yeah, I think that show was so fucking good. It was insanely fucking good. I don't know what this is. I don't know why, like, you know. Oh, Epstein. Oh, he talking about Epstein. Ooh, I might watch this. This seems exciting. But anyway, let me go back. I got so distracted. I apologize. Let me get back to this, okay? Let me get right back to this. Bitch, I just catch you having fun. Bam! Vitiligo comes at you fast, exactly. And so, you if a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Generally true. Not always true. I would say most of the time. Right? Like, I generally, like, I just make it up, right? I just make shit up as it happens. Agreed? No, yeah. I would say, like, a gut feeling. Yeah, I usually, my main source that I use for decisions is myself. They say, oh, did you research this? Yeah, I thought about it. And based off of my own personal experience, I've come to the reality, I've come to the conclusion that I'm right. That's it, I guess. I made it up. That's how I've always, you often feel overwhelmed. Huge agree. You complete things methodically without, I already fucked up the test. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Huge fucking agree. That's why I love Dark Souls. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition. Huge disagree. You struggle with deadlines. Nah, generally I don't. It's kind of in the middle. You feel confident that things will work out for you. It depends. I would say mostly green. Male. Okay. All right, y'all ready? What if it tells me I'm gay? Bro, what if it goes and tells me I'm gay? Can it do that? It says I have autism? I'm 102% African? Okay, all right, let's see it. ITNJA. Thought constitutes the greatness of man. Man is a reed, the feeblest thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed. Oh my god. As an architect, you present a rare combination of vision and pragmatism. Your analytical mind constantly seeks to understand the world around you, driven by an insatiable curiosity to desire and improve systems. You approach life with a strategic mindset, always look several steps ahead, and planning for various contingencies. I think that's kind of true. Your independent nature is one of your defining characteristics. You value your own autonomy and often prefer to work alone, trusting in your judgment and abilities above all else. That's true. I don't listen to anybody. I don't listen to anybody. Like, even whenever I was like 8 years old, my parents would tell me you should do this. I'd say, you can't use a computer. What do you know? A teacher says this is what you're going to need to learn to do whenever you grow up. I said, well, you don't even know how to use a keyboard. You don't know how to get a mouse ball out of a mouse. You want me to listen to you? You're retarded. You're here. If you were so smart, you wouldn't be here. Yeah, your mom was a computer expert? Yes, she was. And what out of a mouse? Oh yeah, there used to be balls out of a mouse. You can believe that. And this self-reliance combined with intellectual prowess also tackle complex problems with confidence and innovation. Yeah, well, there we go. Holy shit, what should I be? What career should I have? In your professional life, you thrive on intellectual challenges, the opportunity to implement your innovative ideas. You excel in roles that allow you to utilize your strategic thinking and problem-solving skills, often gravitating towards fields like science, technology, or business strategy. True. Your ability to see the big picture while attending crucial details, or preference for working independently and dislike for office politics could sometimes hinder your career progression. Man. This is a good test.
The enemy's middle barracks have fallen.
That's about right. And learning to navigate social dynamics, communicate your ideas effectively is crucial. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. And strengths and your weaknesses. Oh, all right, what are my weaknesses? Discomfort with networking. True. Ignoring social dynamics. True. Overly blunt feedback. Actually not that true. Frustration with constraints. Probably half and half, generally true. Reluctance to delegate tasks. True. Impatience with routine. Sometimes true. Yes. Wow. Holy shit. Your weaknesses: avoiding emotional exploration, too rigid of expectations, discomfort with ambiguity, hesitance to seek. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Is it accurate? I'd say so. This is very accurate. This says nothing about being gay. Yeah, I don't think it's about your relationships. Okay. Your weaknesses. You're gay? Wait, what? Insensitive to emotions. True. Avoiding social rituals. True. Withdrawn under stress. True. Difficulty sharing vulnerabilities. True. Critical communication. What is this? Occasionally harsh or overly direct remarks. Might unintentionally wound others. This is not true. I'm actually very nice to people. High relationship standards. Nope, not true. Not true. I can deal with hoes all the time. Not a big issue at all. There's much more details in a drop-down menu. No, I bet it is. Your story isn't complete yet. Oh, it will be for $9. I bet it will be. Look at the drop-down menu. Where's the drop-down menu? I'm generally assertive. I don't think I'm really assertive. I'm not an assertive person at all. But yeah, there we go. That's my personality right there. Think of different kinds of relationships. They all end the same. Yep, they all end the same. It's all the same. That's a strength. It depends, right? It really does. But 79% introvert. Yeah, I'd say that's probably about accurate. Something like that. So yeah, that's my test. Okay. Is that